Thank you very much for tuning into my live show today. Apologies for my tardiness. Up here in the Great White North, where I live, about 70% of people are sick from this weird cough that's going around right now. So, oops. And I have two 4-year-olds and a 5-year-old that are sick. So it's a busy time for me, but super happy to be doing my live show. I love doing my live show with you guys. Oh, let's get comfortable. Probably a critique I have, and I accept that I have this. Good day. Is I don't seem to answer enough questions. So we get like, am I exaggerating? Hundreds of questions. So I'd really like to go through them today. So that's going to be my goal, is to smash out these questions like crazy. I have a tendency to really answer my questions slowly, and yeah, I do. But I just like to put a lot of thought into them because you guys have such amazing questions. I love doing this show. Hello from Montana. Hello, everybody. Ricky, Trent, people from all over the world. Literally, we get, like in the United States, we get Alabama, Florida, Hawaii, all the way down to southern South America, into Australia. Then we get Japan often, the UK. So is that all over the world? New Zealand, that's pretty freaking far. New Zealand, Australia. So lots of the English speaking people from all around the world. Hello from Georgia. Todd, have you ever been gifted back for a Sasquatch? Yes. The Inukshut that you can see on my Instagram page, and also, I don't actually know if it's on my Instagram page. I know it's on Ashley's Instagram page, Nature Infused Ash. That was just so amazing because a lot of what's been happening is, now that I'm working with a lot of people, all the stuff that I say that people have been like, man, that's crazy. That doesn't sound right. It's really been substantiated. So getting that gift back, I had 3 other witnesses that saw us go out there, put apples, apples get taken, interacting with Sasquatch, Sasquatch calls, Sasquatch throwing rocks at us, all these cool Sasquatch things, and then a beautiful Inukshuk that was literally a piece of art. I've been up on the mountains. I have a tendency to really watch when I come back down because I get gifts. I've had branches in like a crown all lined up, and then berries in the middle. And it was the berries I was foraging that were put in the middle, right on the middle of the trail. They're very subtle signs, but and there's lots of things, guys. Like I had rocks that were pulled out of the ground and stacked up high, and then berries put on top of that over by a gifting rock in Nordegg. So lots and lots of stuff. But you really got to pay attention because and really watch what's going on because they're so darn smart. And you'll second guess yourself. What the heck? What's that doing there? Well, that wasn't there. Even I say this: pay attention on the way in, not just to your surroundings. Of course, that's important. You need to be able to get out. So you have to do like Survivor Man talked about on my episode with them. Turn around and look around because it doesn't look the same way coming out as it does going in. But not only that, but you watch your path that you're going on. You should retrack yourself out just to practice your tracking skills, and then really pay attention to anything out of the ordinary. Now, when you come back down, you see a rock stack and there's berries on it. You're like, man, was that there on the way in? And and the answer I always say is no, because I would have noticed that because I am intuitive and I am paying attention. I'm watching that. So watch everything, guys, because what Sasquatch do is very subtle, and it's when you pay attention and you pick up those subtleties. What a wonderful gift this research is. Like how, like right here, guys. Like I could just reach over right now. Got just a whole bunch. This is a rock that a Sasquatch gifted me, and this is precious, guys. Precious. I could even the Inukshuk. This is part of the Inukshuk. A Sasquatch literally put hands on this and touched this and left it for me while stacking rocks. There was 4 that I just have right over here. So, I mean, it's powerful stuff. Powerful stuff. If you appreciate the energy, appreciate the amazement, and maybe this isn't valuable to anybody else other than my colleagues and I that were there, but I know what this represents, and it's really it's beautiful. I absolutely love it. I mean, I could go to sleep at night holding this rock, knowing a Sasquatch gifted it to me. So even for years, I had an acorn. It was just nothing special really. It was just an oddly shaped acorn, and I still have it in my dresser. They just gifted it to me, and it was amazing. So thank you for that question, Joseph. So let's start banging out some questions. So, hey, Todd from Talladega, from the amazing Talladega Forest of Alabama and the Cheehaw Valley. I love it. Been there. Can't wait to come back. How do you determine a vague footprint from a fresh one, mud or rocks? Well, first thing is to really know you're tracking, you got to be out there. You can't just show up once in a while and think you're going to figure it out. You got to watch and know the ecology. Was it rain? How long has it been dry? As an example, if I see a track, let's say it rained Tuesday and then it rained Thursday, and I see a track and it didn't get Thursday's rain. You know what I mean? So it was if it was done on Tuesday, it would be a track with Thursday's rain in it. But if it doesn't have Thursday's rain in it, it was before Thursday. Or how dry has it been? You know, those are indicators. And then debris buildup in it, the age of the mud, knowing the ecology. Like I tell you, when you're out there, guys, you really, really get it. So there's no other way to do it, in my opinion. You got to be out there. You got to know what the weather was like in that particular area specifically. You can't even judge, especially with me. Man, every layer over the mountains is different weather. You know, some places are getting soaked rain, and literally you could be 10 miles away and it's dry and sunny. So we have an expression out here: if you don't like the weather, wait 10 minutes, because it changes that fast, that dramatically. These clouds and these weather systems get smashed by the mountains and the different wind positioning that the mountains cause. So, but you got to get out there. You got to really learn and practice. Even practice yourself. With tree breaks, I practice watching the age of them, right? How long it takes to gray. Because again, those tree breaks will gray 10 times faster if it's sunny every day. Whereas if it's cloud cover's not going to age so fast. So, and you only know that because you're out there every day in it, remembering what the weather was like, how the ecology is, what's going on, how much moisture is in the morning, knowing all that stuff. Get out there and get in it, and you'll know. So why haven't you released any new evidence, bro? Don't blame this on the government. Do it for the species. Well, what the hell? I'm out there busting my ass. And I kind of find that offensive because the evidence that's going on right now is amazing. What am I going to do? Get another video that gets ignored? I've got, what am I at? Video 8, 9, 10 still coming out, and I just get ignored. What am I doing right now, bro? I'm out there showing people Sasquatch, bro. I'm out there fighting, bleeding with my nose in it, teaching, expanding this knowledge, growing this cooperation, bro. So when I'm out there, and I've got 3 people this year, bro, that went out and found a Sasquatch that are trained under me that saw a Sasquatch based on my teachings, bro. To understand that growth, I've got half a dozen people, hell, a dozen people that have learned and are expanding and growing, having incredible interactions, producing amazing evidence. Just because I'm not getting the footage that you want, bro, I don't know what to tell you. If you're not happy with it, change the goddamn channel. Go watch something else. This is the discovery process, bro. Know what I mean? This is the discovery process. And I'm proud of the way it's going on. I love the way things are falling in place. You guys, people are out there going, well, I don't like that, and I didn't see that. And people, where's the new footage? You go get goddamn new footage. And again, why am I bleeding and busting my ass to do the same damn thing over and over? You know the definition of insanity? Do the same thing over and over and expect a different result. I'm not doing that anymore. I got the footage, guys. It's not going to get any better than that. Maybe it can, but it's going to happen. It's going to flow organically. I'm doing this now, not me versus them. I'm doing it in a totally different way that has to be done. This is how the discovery gets finished. I'd go back with my videos from before, and I can't duplicate that. It was a million things I had to go in through a snowstorm, and I had to follow a creek, and I had to blah, all these crazy things had to happen. The elk herds couldn't have been there, and the deer and a squirrel never saw me. A wolf messed with me one time, blew the whole. Like, there's 1,000 things that can go wrong, and literally 1,000 things have to go right to get one piece of footage. And for what purpose? To get the same result? You understand? I've filmed Sasquatch, Jake, Jane, video 3, video 2, those amazing, all that footage is absolutely 100% real. Can you imagine trying to be in my mind? Like, what the hell is it going to take? I take people out and show them the Sasquatch. I've got freaking DNA. What the hell is it going to take? And the answer is, I'm doing it this way now. This is a new way. This is a brand new path. I feel wonderful and honored to be on this path. This is about an awakening. This is about a new discovery process within myself and within the people that I work with and train with and all you out there. So if you don't appreciate what I'm doing, just go watch some other assholes. You understand? Like when I put up a video and I say, young Sasquatch gets within 50 yards of X. That actually happened. Maybe you're not impressed, but I'll tell you, Renee DeHinden, Grover Krantz, John Green, and somebody else I can't remember. Uh, John Green, they called them the Four Horsemen of Sasquatch. Never in their whole 40 to 50 plus years each. So in 200 years of research, each man having done 50 years of research, these men never got an original track with a tree break with a live interaction in 7 days. Even in their whole careers, they never got that. So how am I out there? What kind of an ass would I be to be out there going, we're having this incredible, like Grover Krantz never saw that. Jeff Meldrum saw a Sasquatch in 3 days with me. Amazing. People are getting sightings like crazy. I mean, I couldn't be happier. And remember too, guys, I'm out there. This is the new way I'm thinking too is, am I Neo or am I Morpheus? If I'm Morpheus, I'm looking for Neo. And if I'm Neo, I am Neo and I'm the guy. Do you understand? I don't know. I'm literally in this equilibrium where some days it is me and I am working and I do this, and other days I'm teaching people and trying to look for somebody who is amazing and wonderful. And either way, it's beautiful expansion and cooperation, and I absolutely love it. And I'm so proud of the way things are going right now. Of course, I want better, but I'm out there bleeding, busting my ass. You wouldn't, the crap that I go through. How many times have you been charged at by a bear to be killed? How many times have you been stalked by a mountain lion to be killed? That's happened to me multiple times this year. You know what I mean? Like, I'm out there, guys. There are monsters, and I sleep out there in the bush with them. I take people out in the wilderness, and we sleep beside those monsters that you're terrified of. A bear jumps on my head at night and kills me. He eats me, and I die. Do you understand? This is what I do. And don't take my word for it. Ask Logan, ask Craig, ask Jason, ask Survivor Man. Watch the episodes when we're up on that mountain. You understand me? So I'm out there busting my ass. The radium grind is brutal. The stuff I do with people, man, it hurts my heart to take Logan and Keaton and Craig and Jason grinding up those slopes, man, hoping that they make it through that next ledge, that next area, because they slip, they die, it's over. That's the stuff I'm dealing with. That's the lengths I'm going through for this discovery. And is anybody else doing that? So, question: have you ever actually seen a Bigfoot face? What the hell? So, Burning Element, you don't know anything about me. Watch my videos. So try to pay attention. I've filmed Sasquatch faces. Watch my documentary. Have you watched your streams lately? So could you give a quick update on your California Bigfoot? It's work. Like, I'm working so hard, guys. Working so hard to make it happen. It's coming. It's absolutely coming. The new documentary is coming. Todd, what do you think? This is from Andy. What do you think of the researchers who claim some Sasquatch hair is clear? I don't know. I've never seen anything to do with clear hair. They always have pigment to me. I think Jeff Meldrum would agree with me on that. So I don't know. I stopped saying where I was from to protect them. Good idea. You should keep your research site to yourself, especially I can see a lot of research sites being very compromisable in certain areas. So yeah, good for you. Have you ever received any marbles? Absolutely not. And I don't know. That's sneaky, wonderful, amazing, beautiful Ashley left a marble for a Sasquatch. She had her own little thing going on out there, which I freaking admire. I can't tell you. You know what? Most expeditioners that come out here that have experience with me, they get their own little thing going on. Darren's got a medicine bag. You know, Ashley's putting up marbles. Kyle's got some thing over there doing something. They all have their own little thing, their own little inspirations, and it's beautiful and amazing. From my experience, I've never been gifted a marble. Anything that wasn't like anything I was ever gifted was absolutely from nature, like crystal clear. And Ashley tried to gift them a marble, and some stuff happened. I don't think they took her marble though. I always found marbles like a piece of technology. Hi, Todd from Grand Haven, Michigan. Love your work. Hello to Ashley as well. Hello, Ashley. Ashley couldn't be with me today. Ashley's sick too, man. We're all like really fighting this cold here. Todd, Eddie from Indiana. Are Sasquatch habitual as opposed to nomadic, meaning they stay in the same area around? Yes, very habitual. But yeah, if anything nomadic, you're not going to have good success studying that, right? How can you, if a Sasquatch comes by once every 10 years, you have nomadic incidents, then your research is useless, right? So I'm working with the same individuals in the same area over and over and over, like Diane Fossey or Jane Goodall. I work with troops or families of Sasquatch. They're so hominid guys. There's I'm just really at a stage where no disrespect to anybody else, but they're people. They're so intelligent, so amazing. I wouldn't call them a troop like chimpanzees, gorillas, bonobos. A family unit is a troop. I don't even want to refer to them that anymore because it's just a family unit. Maybe a tribe. I'd say that a tribe of Sasquatch, the same way I'd say a tribe of indigenous people. But yeah, Julie Song Todd has never spoke of marbles. Yeah, and it's true. So hello all, howdy, how you doing? Any Bigfoot adventures soon? Bigfoot adventures are kind of at a standstill. Hello, Royal Creations. Boom. The Sasquatch call themselves the Boom, ladies and gentlemen. If you're out in the wilderness and you hear boom, and it resonates and it's deep, it sounds like Jurassic Park T Rex, you may very well have just heard a Sasquatch. Todd, do you think it would be actually help the species if they were formally recognized, or would it ultimately lead to a complementary demise? Humans don't have a good track. Absolutely. But there's never been a discovery anything like this, not even close. Uh, so, and I'm significantly on the side that this is a very important discovery that needs to be formally recognized. Um, and maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Like I'm like 80% in belief that there won't be. This is a good, appropriate discovery, and it will help the Sasquatch in the end to be discovered. But it helps us more. And 20% of me thinks I'm a lunatic and I shouldn't be doing this and I should leave them alone. But things are changing, always changing, always growing. There's a lot going on right now, guys. With the talk about it a lot. It's the awakening. What's the awakening? It's us becoming fully empathic, us becoming having the ability to read other individuals and open up and speak through telepathy. That's the awakening. No more secrets, no more lies. Uh, and that's what I believe. I don't believe. I know that's what the discovery of Sasquatch is all about. So I have to take out 3 more hunters before I can go squatching. We'll have a good time with that, Russell. That is fantastic. So cool that you're a guide, Russell. You know, I don't know where you're from, Russell, but I sure would like to cooperate with you. Hunting guides are amazing. You're out in the bush a lot. You're one of those guys that really gets it by being out there all the time. You know what I'm talking about, right? So bigfootencounter@gmail.com. Even just tell me what's going on, Russell. I don't know. Maybe go on the show. Call Kyle. Go on Kyle's amazing show. Like have some fun, guys. Um, please subscribe. Thank you, Andy. I have an amazing channel. I love my channel. I'm very proud of it. Todd, what up, buddy? From here from Knoxville, Tennessee, holding down the forest for the Giants. So that's fantastic, my friend Benny. Nice to meet you. Thank you for tuning in today. Hello, James. Hello. Thank you for tuning in, Mr. Penner. Rick, we're here to listen to Todd, not read people trashing. Hey, James, boom, everybody's all happy. Todd, I saw a question on Bigfoot Believer today. Do you think Todd's standing is legit? You had 80% approval, really? You know what? There's been a turnaround, isn't there? You hear it a lot. Like, I get all these guys like Sasquatch Chronicles, Sasquatch Odyssey, all these different shows and people. Oops. I'm not going anywhere, right? And it's been, I would say, in the beginning, when I first came out, I had a bad. People were like, man, those are Ewoks and blah, 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 and that's fake and blah, blah, blah. And they make up stupid stories. It's changing. Like, it's perseverance. Because I'm not going anywhere. I will do this for the rest of my life. I am a Sasquatch researcher. This is my job. It's never going to stop, guys. I'm always going to find a way to do this work. I feel like it's a very honorable profession. I love what I do. I take people out into the wilderness and guide them and show them the reality of this amazing species and connect them to nature. I just have an incredible life. I love what I do, guys. It's so fun. I want to train people to do this. I want this to be part of the discovery process is having dozens, hundreds of people all over North America, Australia, China, Russia, all over the place, teaching us the methods that I've learned to research this species. What a comment would be, but shouldn't you make the discovery happen first? And that's what we're working for, right? So certainly I'm not. But thanks for that, Joseph. So we'll take 80%. Yeah, totally take that. What's up, Todd? Sasquatch Odyssey. Just speaking of Sasquatch Odyssey, right? So, good day, sir. Thank you for tuning in today. Happy you joined us, Sasquatch Odyssey. Me too. Thanks so much for tuning in. Hey, Todd, you're doing a great job. Love your work and videos. This is from Dottie Rogers. Keep up the good work. Don't listen to non-believers. You know what, Dottie? There's so many amazing people out there. I just don't have time for. If non-believers, I don't mind non-believers when they ask questions. I like to illuminate them. I like to educate people. But if somebody's just saying something negative and being an ass, it's just a waste of time, right? I think about that. Like I train a lot. I've spent a lot of time growing up working out in the gyms. And if somebody comes in who's not in good shape, maybe someone who's really overweight and doesn't look very fit, the people in the gym that were amazing, be like, we encourage you, man. Hey, I would go out there, I'd help them out, I'd say good things to them because you want to encourage people to do great and rise up and constructive criticism and all that stuff, right? So that applies to this. It really applies. Like I just want to. I love constructive people asking me. I even like hard questions. So I don't mind the odd asshole. There's assholes out there. It's a way of life. Sometimes I kind of have fun with the assholes. Can I say assholes? Sorry if it's swearing. Some real asses out there. But yeah, I don't mind those questions and stuff. It's all good. It's all good. I am a full-time researcher, and if you do want to support my research, you can go to discoveringbigfoot.org and make a monthly donation only if you can easily afford it. If you can't easily afford it, watch the videos. If you watch the videos, share them on your Facebook, tell people about it, talk about me at work. Hey, it's all good. It helps us grow, right? Go shopping in the Great Falls, swing by this way on the way home. We'll go for a hike then. This is Russell. Man, Great Falls, dude. Oh, like that section of Montana. I want to say something to you, Russell. Russell. Um, my movie and my original website was called sylvanic.com. Do you know why that was, Russell? Let me tell you something, my friend. Montana is a beautiful place. The Sylvanic area, you might find it near this area called the Sylvanite. The Sylvanite region has a Sylvanic spot. Might be some Sasquatch there. Just might be. And never told anybody that. So you all amazing people that are on my live show have just broken it out. I kept it a secret forever. It's extremely unlikely I'm ever going to be able to go back there. That was an incredible research site that the most amazing stuff happened. Sylvanuk, which is the native term, means shadow guarding the mountain. That's in Montana, in the Sylvanite area, and that's literally going to be west of Great Falls, Montana. I know Montana really well, guys. I've spent hundreds of days, boots on the ground, in the beautiful state of Montana, from White Sulphur Springs all the way up into the Sylvanite area and Lewis and Clark National Forest. I just love Montana. Kyle is thinking about going and making his home Montana, and I'm really encouraging that because it's incredible Sasquatch habitat. I love the land. It just looks like Alberta to me. I was born and raised in Alberta. Alberta and Montana are just right above each other. So beautiful place. Love it. Todd, you actually out there in the bush. Nobody can say different. It's true. We are out, like not just me though, like so many people like me. And that's what I encourage. You got to get boots on the ground, guys. That's what Jason Shute, who's in my next Sasquatch Sunday videos. Actually, wasn't he in the last one? He is. He's in my last two videos. And he got me a shirt, boots on the ground. And it's actually Jimmy Chilcott was the first person to ever call me that. Jimmy Chilcott is the man who had the dermal ridges, discovered them in the Sasquatch footprints, which is amazing. An incredible discovery. So I was going to get him to testify in my court case, and I called him up, and he was tired of all these armchair quarterbacks, keyboard warriors, blah, blah, theorists that work in a lab. And I said, oh, no. That's not me, Mr. Chilcott. I am out in the field. He goes, I want someone boots on the ground. And I went, oh, nice to meet you, Mr. Chilcott. I am Mr. Boots on the Ground. He said, we'll see. Then he called Meldrum. He called a couple other of my colleagues. He called John Benedego. He got back to me, said, sir, you are truly boots on the ground out there working and fighting for this discovery in the field. That's what we need. And he agreed to testify in my court case, which isn't ongoing right now. So, Todd, if the discovery is verified and accepted by the general public, do you believe that it will have impact on deforestation since they're literally destroying their homes? It's got to, right? It's got to have an impact on logging and stuff like that. But that's not my business. It's not my job. But yeah, it's got to have an impact, guys, because I've literally done videos up on YouTube where the Sasquatch are saying, please don't log here. And we log there anyway. So your material gave me the answers I needed. From my experience, your videos were the first I watched. They respond so deeply. Thank you for this journey. You're so welcome, Missy Hammer. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm doing it. Right? That's what the movie's for. Like, I could sit here and bitch and complain about how the movie didn't make any money and this was a big loss. But you know what, though? That movie is, I promised that movie would be out there. That movie's out there. It's on YouTube videos. It's on Amazon. It's going to go on the Turner Network. It's out there. That movie is exposed. That's the movie Discovering Bigfoot that I made. And it's for you guys. It'll help you. And the Survivor Man episodes too. I am so honored to have been part of 4 episodes of Survivor Man Bigfoot. It was Todd Standing, 2 episodes with Survivor Man that spawned the whole year's worth of Survivor Man Bigfoot. So I am very, very proud of the work I did with Survivor Man. Always will be. And very, very proud of that movie. And it's just going to get better, guys. I am growing. I am changing. I'm getting better. I'm learning and expanding. I'm going down new avenues, and it feels right. It feels really, really right, and I'm really happy. I hope Todd reads your comment. Missy Hammer, thank you. I did. Stu, boom. Hello, Todd Standing. Enjoying Kyle's podcast shows. That is fantastic. Please hit the thumbs up. Thank you for that, Andy. Evening, Todd. Much love. Idaho, keep up the work. You too, Jacob. Jacob, if you got stuff going on in Idaho, I got a lady in Idaho I really appreciate. Caitlin is her name, and she's trying to do some work there in Idaho. So if you got some stuff going on, bigfootencounter@gmail.com, please. Or she's on my Facebook page, and it's Caitlin. It's spelled really cool. Kait Lynn. So Russell says, I'm a big game guide. I remember you, Russell, in the Rocky Boy Indian Reserve guide for anything but caribou and mountain goats. I'm an alcoholic. That is hilarious. I love elk. It's my favorite meat. Don't make me laugh. I got to do a live show. I'm an alcoholic. I love the elk. They're so majestic, aren't they? What a beautiful species. I love eating elk. I love watching elk. I love tracking the elk. Man, the most majestic, when I think about the most majestic, beautiful things I have ever seen in my life, one of them is watching 2 bull elk sitting in deep snow, and they just kind of look at me majestically with the mountains in the background, and they move off through the snow. It was like minus 20 outside, and they're just magnificent. The snow was like 4 feet deep right up to their chest. They bounded right through it, and they looked so healthy and thick and beautiful. See their breath coming out of their nostrils. Just amazing, majestic, absolutely astonishing, beautiful creatures. And bison too. I love the bison. I'm so happy they're being reintroduced so successfully. So I love wilderness and species, guys. Part of the reason I have success doing Sasquatch, right? I'm not a bear guy. I don't think much of bears. Bears are nice and they have a place and everything, but some species I'm not so crazy about, But hey, Todd, did you get my email about my encounter? Not yet. What did you send? Did you send it to bigfootencounter@gmail.com? If you did, just let's give me some time to get through it. So Todd's legit. I was a skeptic for a while and realized that Todd would have to be absolutely nuts or legit. I'll go with the latter. You're so right. Well, I had an expeditioner come out a couple years ago, and it was a lady. I remember she wanted to meet me. She was excited to do the expedition. She told me something that really shocked me. She said, look, after meeting you, realizing what you've done, like, I really did fight for species protection. I really did take the Canadian government to court, and I am going back again. I really do this stuff. I really care about this discovery. I really am teaching people about Sasquatch, really, really. So after meeting you, these are really the options. Either you really film Bigfoot and you're really using it for good causes, or you faked filming Bigfoot. And I don't mind that you did that either, because all you're trying to do is prove the species exists, which actually exist and are real. So why could I hate on you? And I thought, yeah, it's a wonderful way. I never thought about, because my footage is real. And I know it's real. But even her perspective was, well, if you fake the footage, Todd, and you must like talking to my special effects guy who I took out this year, just because, again, this special effects guy worked with me because he knows I can't be faking those Bigfoot videos. They're real. But even according to him, like you'd have to spend millions of dollars. Why? Why would somebody? And if I did spend millions of dollars to fake the costumes, all I do is talk about the reality of Bigfoot, right? Like when you really look at it, really, really look at it, you know, if you don't think the footage is real, but what am I doing with the footage? I'm out there making a buck, or I'm out there educating people, teaching them about wilderness, sending out good messages about Sasquatch and the discovery process of it. So, for those of you that are really having a hard time understanding that, I've actually filmed Bigfoot like 8 times. No doubt about it. That footage is real. So, um, Sasquatch are real. I don't know what else to say. So, but I appreciated her perspectives, and that lady is always going to be a longtime friend of mine. What's your take on Jimmy Church? Does he accept your video footage? You should take him on an expedition. I don't know Jimmy Church. Sorry. Missy Hammer, Andy, it's absolutely the truth. The minute I saw his work, I knew deep down in my soul that the head and the heart lie, but the soul knows. Well, thank you, Missy. What a nice thing to say. Todd, will you share that story about the Sasquatch saved you? It's been a while. Not today. I really want to get through all these questions. And actually, I don't know that there isn't one story anymore. In case you're aware of this, there are multiple stories now. So let me tell you a new story. Let's do 2 new stories real quick. I realized the Sasquatch have been manipulating me with mind speak, and I mean manipulating me. As an example, I'm out in the wilderness one day and I see a bear sow and a cub, and she's moving the opposite direction from me. And I have the wind gauge on her. She can't smell me. She looks cool. She's moving away. I'm moving away. I had this thought in my head: get up a tree now. Get up a tree now. And for some reason, I just latched onto the first tree. I started climbing my ass up there. I cuddled my arms up, ripping myself up this tree. By the time I got to about 9 feet, that sow hit the tree. I don't know where the hell she came from, snapping at me. Snap, snap. Like I hear her jaws. Clack, clack. If I'd have been on the ground, she'd have killed me. Who told me to get up a tree? Who told me that? Because I tell you, I didn't have any desire. I didn't know what the hell. I was literally like, why? I was up the tree going, what the hell's the matter with me? Why am I fighting to get up a tree? What is my goddamn problem? I'd be dead. Dead. That's one. I could think of 5 more times. Let's talk about another. This is important, guys. Listen. This is really important. Nia Bay taught me this year. It just was such an epiphany. Years and years and years ago, I was doing an expedition way out in the Sasquatch habitat. Went too far. It snowed. I had to come back in 3 feet of snow. It was colder and more snow. I didn't have enough food in me. I am not going to live. I literally, about 2 miles from, I could see my wife at the time in the truck down there, truck idling, waiting for me to get back. I couldn't make it. I fell down to die. Dead. So I'm laying there. There's no heat left. And when I fall down to die, believe me, it's over. Like I have no heat in me. My legs won't work anymore. I'm freaking done. I lay down in the snow and I was at peace. I'm like, oh, I could feel all the frostbite coming in, all the shock coming in my body. The death was there. I'm done. I laid down. I thought, man, I had a good life. I did good. Probably never find my body. I have a little boy. Love him. He'll have a good life. This is the best I can do. Suddenly, about 2 or 3 minutes later, I felt warmth that shouldn't have been happening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you, I've found people that have died from cold and freezing. Warmth came over my body. Power came back into my body. Strength. I literally sat up feeling warm. I sat up feeling like stronger than I've ever felt in my whole life. I stood up. I'm like, wow, let's get there. And I went down there. When my wife at the time saw me, she literally broke into tears. I was blue, hypothermic as hell, frozen solid. Something powered me to get back up there, guys. And this was taught to me by Nia Bay, because in Nia Bay, everybody knows the story about the skinny little kid who was getting bullied all the time. Let me tell you this story, because this is why I now know it was a Sasquatch that empowered me to do that. Because years and years and years ago, kid's getting bullied as a skinny kid. The bullies are a couple of brothers. They kick everybody's ass. They're school bullies. He was outside one day. He got called. He heard a call. Come up into this. He's all upset because he just got the hell beat out of him for the 20th time. They beat him up, steal his food. He just has a crap life. He lives in terror of these asses that are bullying and abusing him every day. He got called to go out into the wilderness. This is Nia Bay, where there's Sasquatch like crazy. He says the Sasquatch called him up there. He saw the Sasquatch, and the Sasquatch mind spoke to him. I give you the power to go stand up to those bullies. And he went down there and he beat the hell out of those bullies. Like he had like crazy power. He picked this kid up and threw him, skinny little nobody. Kicked ass with these two bullies. They were bigger, stronger. Two of them, he whooped their ass. They couldn't stand against him. He was so powerful. He told everybody, the Sasquatch empowered me. The Sasquatch won't tolerate this bullying anymore. If you bully us anymore, any one of us will walk up there. The Sasquatch will empower us and will come down and kick your ass. That's why they don't bully at Nia Bay High School anymore, because they remember that Sasquatch story. And that changed my life, that story, guys. I've heard dozens of stories like that, but it was that one from Nia Bay. I heard the authenticity of it. I heard a high school girl tell me that. And it just lights went off in my head like, oh my God, all this time. They've been watching me and keeping up on me. And it's Sasquatch, guys. I don't mean to be, I'm not trying to be rude, and don't be disrespectful to me, because I'm out there in Sasquatch habitat. People are saying, oh, it's Jesus. Oh, it was an angel. No, it wasn't. I actually always knew in my heart. Like I would remember who I was with. I was with Caitlin and Vivian, and I was with Brian and his daughter. I remember the people I was with, man. I almost got teary eyes. Oh my God, all this time. They've been watching out for me and keeping me safe. And I can think of half a dozen other times, guys, where they have saved my life so blatantly. It's so obvious to me now. The levels of, oh my God, these are amazing beings, guys. That's why I'm here, like so humble and so hubris about this discovery process, guys. All this stuff is real. The Sasquatch are real, and the reason we haven't discovered them is because they're not some new cool form of primate or ape. They're this amazing, incredible, highly intelligent being that lives in perfect equilibrium in the forest. So they are the absolute masters of the wilderness. They are extrasensory perception connected to the earth in ways that it would be my dream of all dreams if I could teach humanity to get 1/20th of that connectivity to nature and to earth in my lifetime. That would be absolutely amazing. And that's what we're dealing with here, guys. It's not just a new primate. Even there's never been a Homo sapien discovery. It's nothing like anything we've ever known of in our whole existence as a species on this planet. So it's that big a deal. Our closest living relatives, we are actually, I hate to say it, but the same species. We can breed with them and produce viable offspring. They're literally a subspecies of hominid, Homo sapien hominid, the way we are, literally. So I know there's an enormous amounts of difference, but the DNA shows that, guys, they've been breeding with people and producing viable offspring that breed back into the population. So hard for me to say this stuff, but I can't deny the facts. The evidence is there, and it's been substantiated and so amazing. I'm in the bear's paws. Gosh, I think I have natives down there. Maybe Ashley's got some native lady she's dealing with down there. Bear paw sounds familiar in Montana. 2 ways to document your Bigfoot encounter: bigfootencounter at gmail.com, or go to the Discovering Bigfoot forum. That is awesome, guys. Which, Russ says, which is south of Hawaii. Cool. DU and Jason being out there was so awesome. Can't wait to see. Oh, yeah, it's going to be so cool, right? I'm really excited. Really, really excited. So, thanks. Hey, my friend. Oh, and that's Darren. Kaiser Budo. Kaiser Budo is Darren. Darren's been on expedition. He was on Wild TV with me. He's going to be in the movie. Um, I've heard of firsthand knowledge of Sasquatch in Idaho. Have you seen or heard anything from Idaho? Just Caitlin. Caitlin is one of my friends on Facebook, and amazing, amazing lady. Bigfoot Encounter gmail.com. I'll make sure it gets to her. When is Discovering Bigfoot Part 2 coming out? I don't think it'll be called that. It's just the next movie. But soon, guys. I know everybody wants it, and I'm not tired of hearing you guys say that. I want to get it done so bad. So I'm close. Expeditions are over. I got my ducks in a row. I just had some family stuff to take care of. Now the children are sick this week. It's been so much, but I'm getting there to it. So they really. So Dottie says they really are magical indeed. Magic is a nice way to put it. Amazing, just so amazing. Take care of yourself, Todd. There aren't many people that put effort into this discovery like you do. Kerry Arnold was getting there, but unfortunately we lost him. Condolences, yes. Thanks for what you do. You're welcome, Sandblaster. It's my honor, and I do this. I do this for my species. I love being human, guys. So we may have our faults. Of course, we have our faults, but I have a lot of faith in us. I do. Otherwise, I wouldn't have children, right? I have a lot of faith in our future because things are pretty scary right now. But the awakening is coming, and it's a beautiful thing. Are you familiar with a Canadian YouTuber that has Bigfoot give him marbles out of thin air? Nope, I am not. Russell says the most famous elk mountain here, the Bear's Paws in the Mushibi, named after my truck. Cool. Thanks, Russell. Todd, what are your plans for winter research? Thanks. Nothing. I'm just going to do the documentary. I got to get the documentary done. And I was thinking about a trip to Florida and maybe trying to get that happening. So I had so many people over the years, the past 4 years, so many people trying to get me to go to Florida. And now that I'm Alabama trained with the water moccasins and the different kinds of species, bugs and whatnot that are in Alabama, very similar to Florida, I feel confident I could do really well there. Jerry Cohen sounds like Sasquatch, Ontario. Don't believe the guy. Jerry, that's what Mike from Sasquatch, Ontario. Yeah, don't know anything about Sasquatch, Ontario. Todd is the real deal. Thank you, Kaiser. Well, you know because you go out with me. I was talking about you today, Darren, about your medicine bag and how you have your own little thing out there. Bigfoot Mama. All right. Jerry says, and yes, that's the guy. The Bigfoot says his name. He claims, yeah, and that's it's all good. I just don't know anything about it. You were on the show Fade to Black with Jimmy Church not long ago. It was a good. I was. I was on a show. Stu says I was on a show with Jimmy. That probably sounds familiar. It was a good interview. I am glad you enjoyed it. Todd, love your work. I've done so many interviews, guys. Oh my god, so many, so many. Love your work. This is from Action Craft 77. Love your work. Wish I could come for some hikes. Eric from St. Augustine, Florida. Yeah, Florida. Gotta get there, right? A few years ago, owner of a property claimed he hoaxed the whole thing. Mike Patterson might have known this. Okay, so just Andy's answering questions about stuff that I don't know about. So thank you for doing that, Andy. Always say Todd is to Sasquatch research as Jane Goodall is. Well, thanks, man. Wow. Flattery. Jane Goodall's so amazing, right? Oh my God. I always wanted to find my Jane Goodall. You know, I'm always hoping to get some, and Ashley's doing really well. I'm really happy with her and her research. So, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Man, in the beginning, I just wanted somebody else. I wanted to be like, you know, camera, director, post production. I wanted someone else to be the Neo, and it just didn't work out. So I had to do it myself, a lot of it. But I still want to cooperate. I still am cooperating so much, and it's so much. I love it. I'm really happy with where I'm at, with the way things are going. The people that I'm meeting, it's impressive, guys. We're doing good. We're all doing so good. It's really exciting time. Got some major connections happening. Met some major incredible people this year, and you know what? It takes longer to do it with integrity. I had crap shows call me like Finding Bigfoot, want to fake and lie and cheat. There's lots of shows, fake shows I could have done. I refused. I won't. It's through integrity or not at all. I won't lie. I won't cheat. I won't deceive people. I won't do a fake show. I just found out recently there's a famous show out there. It's fake. I don't want to talk about it, but just more disappointment. And yeah, it sucks. But I won't. I won't tolerate it. I won't. Survivor Man didn't. You know, and he was never as famous as Bear Grylls, but he did it by telling the truth and showing honor and integrity. If it didn't happen on camera, then it didn't happen. And those are look at my mentors. John Benenagel was so honest. Jeff Meldrum is amazing, honest, truthful. Survivor Man, same thing. These are my mentors publicly that you know about, and all the other people that colleague up with me and mentor me and learn underneath me. It just reeks of integrity and truth and honest, and I just won't have it any other way. I'm happy that way. That's why I can talk about subjects year after year after year, and I know, just tell the truth. Don't make anything up. Don't embellish, and people call it a story, but it's not my story. These are my experiences. Always remain the same because they're my experiences, and that's what really happened. So I don't have to memorize anything. It's just that's what happened. And believe me, when I look into my mind and remember the day I filmed this or that or did this, it's like, oh man, it burns in my head because it's a memory. It's a legitimate memory, and it's a wonderful way to live. By being that's hey, let's have a thing today, just about being honest, guys. Just tell the truth. Don't you want to live in a world where people have been like told the truth no matter what, even if it leads to your death? You remember those kind of phrases that old knights of old that probably never adhered to that, but used to talk about? Just be honest no matter what, even if it leads to your death. There's no greater cause than to die in defense of honesty and integrity, right? So I don't think we're in a position like that right now in this world where people have to die for it. Sure happened in the past, I can guarantee you that. But yeah, it's and what kind of example are we if we don't live by that way? Just tell the truth no matter what. Tell the truth. And what I've found, what just has lit my life up, is the more I tell the truth, the more I'm honest, the more I just get back incredible, amazing stuff. I get men of integrity. Um, when you keep telling the truth, no matter how weird the circumstances, eventually the truth comes out that if you would have lied to make it sound real, then you get caught lying. Just tell the truth, no matter what, no matter how ridiculous it sounds. It bothers me to sit here and go, well, we're the same species and we breed with Sasquatch and produce viable offspring. It bothers me, but it's the truth. So say it, right? Sasquatch have extrasensory perceptions to the level that I don't think any human being, the most incredibly gifted extrasensory person, you've seen them, these incredible psychics that work with police and make these amazing discoveries, remote viewers that are brilliant, amazing people. I think their skills, empathic and telepathic abilities are pittance to what Sasquatch can do. All Sasquatch do. I believe I know they're born that way and they exist that way. So it used to be hard for me to say that. Now, if you can't accept that truth, maybe I'm wrong. But I know I'm not. Hey, Todd, do you know about Tom Cantrell? Yes, I do. I've heard of him. And if you do, what do you think of his interactions? I don't know. I don't know much about them. My apologies. And I don't like being a critic, guys. Sometimes you gotta talk about stuff and whatever, but I try not to be too critical, especially when I don't know. So I'm critical quietly though. This is public, so I'm not gonna uh, speak poorly about somebody until I have real. Anyways, Russell says I read that Patty had a baby on the hillside. Yeah, I don't know. There's lots of things about that, but Jeff Meldrum's the expert. Usually, I hear about these things. There's multiple Sasquatch. There's a baby. There's the Sasquatch. I just ask Jeff Meldrum, and he just tells me, and whatever he says, I just believe, because he's been over that Patterson film. Like I can't even like. He's an expert on it. It's amazing what he's done and how he substantiated the reality of that footage. Serious question from Stu. With Sasquatch having human female DNA markers, does that mean some humans on Earth are relatives of Sasquatch? Yes. Do you think they're related, Todd? Yes. A Sasquatch has lived. So what happens? Just quickly, guys, I want to bang off some questions. What happens in a male-dominated society is so a Sasquatch takes a human female and breeds and has a baby. Baby's either a boy or a girl. A boy that's half human is going to be weak and pathetic and never going to get to breed. In a male dominated society, how is he ever going to find himself a female? So that's why there's no male DNA. But in a male dominated society, a half Sasquatch, half human female is born. Oh, she's going to reproduce. She's going to, because there's males that never get to breed, right? That's a male dominant. There's multiple males that are always looking for a female. So, and you know how males are. Males will breed females. Just happens. That's the reality of how you just tell the truth. Hey, it's only on the female mitochondria. Why is there no male? And now, male-dominated society, it really makes sense. Think about it, guys. If you want to put some thought into that, really think about what I'm saying here. So, because there is sexual dimorphism in Sasquatch, which means the males are significantly larger than the females, which equates to a male-dominated society. And put one and one together, and you have only females breeding back. It's not to say that males aren't born. It's they don't breed back into the population. They can't. They're not tough enough. They have all the weaknesses of humans, but a female sure can. And if a human female can breed with a Sasquatch and produce a baby, A half Sasquatch female is going to produce a baby even better. Maybe a strong baby, maybe an impressive baby. Um, she had to nice a set on her to be a juvenile, like Jerry. Okay, just a couple more questions. I'm going through them really. Let me roll down here a little bit. China Productions audio is low, or is it just me? Oh, a little late to be telling me that. Hopefully, it's not low. What happened with Ina? Ina couldn't come out. COVID. I don't know. I want her to come back though. Um, well, you really need to, Russell. This is Andy talking. You really need to go out with Todd. At least go on Kyle's podcast. I know you have stories. Yeah, that'd be great. Please do that. So, oh, volume seems good. Bigfoot are like elk and can come out to you easier than you can go to them. They come out to you easier. That could be really good advice. Thanks for that. Rob Bob, is the Patterson Bigfoot movie real then? Yes. The Patterson footage is absolutely real, guys. The evidence is so significant, it is absolutely ridiculous. Have you ever talked to Mike Patterson? I don't think so. Hello from Nebraska. Thank you for tuning in. Just a couple more questions here, guys. Well, Andy, thanks for the info. Andy's giving lots of info. Thank you so much. Andy's a beast on these shows. So, any big game guide, tracker, or constant outdoorsman knows they exist. I disagree with you, Russell. There's some really impressive outdoorsmen. Like there was a guy in my specifically research site who's a guide, a really impressive guide, old guy. He's been doing it for decades. He just refused, no matter what happened, he just refused to acknowledge the existence of Sasquatch. I found it very frustrating. And I think COVID put him out of business because most of his clients were American. One of the thousands and tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of businesses that have been put away, mom and pop and guys who do personal work, guys who relied on tourism, just gone, toast, done, buried. Really sucks. But yeah, he absolutely refused to believe Sasquatch is real. And I'll tell you something. This is important too. So this old guy, he took people out. He did spring bear was his big thing, and elk. Excellent elk hunter. Um, one day he was riding his horse through the way back country, and I was just sitting there chilling out. I rolled over, and his horse picked me up and heard me. I was in my ghillie suit, and he stopped. And he was looking, and I had a tree break and a track, a sick track, guys, and an amazing tree break right there. Pretty significant evidence. So I popped up. I said, "Hey, how you doing?" I don't remember his name. He called me the Discovery Channel guy, even probably the Discovery Channel nut, because I do Bigfoot, right? I said, "Hey, how you doing?" He's like, "Oh, good. Didn't see you there." I go, "I know you didn't, but your horse heard me, and that's cool. Would you like to come up here for a second? I want to show you something." He goes, "What do you mean?" I go, "I got some Sasquatch evidence up here, and I know you're a great tracker. I'd like you to have a look at this stuff." And I'll tell you, he looked at me, and he went, "Not today." And you know what? He has been lying. I could feel in his heart, and I could see in his eyes, he actually knows Sasquatch is real. He just refuses to admit it. He's a stubborn old dude set in his ways. And that was the last time I saw him, or I had a communication with him. And I looked into his eyes, and I knew damn well he knew Sasquatch was real. He just lived in absolute denial. And it's been dozens of times in my life. I've met people, and I look at them, and I go, I'm telling you this, Russell, these outdoorsmen, all these guys, there's no Bigfoot, there's no way, I've been out of. And then, but I go to them and I go, just quietly between me and them, get private. Go, you never saw something? There wasn't that one thing, that sound that you couldn't attribute. There was a boom or a knock or something. And you know what? Every single time they go, well, there was this one time. And to substantiate that, to really know what I'm talking about, this is just something that most people don't recognize and understand, but I do. When Survivor Man's doing Survivor Man Nordegg with me, it was his first episode of Survivor Man Bigfoot with me. He's sitting and the Sasquatch are coming around at night, booming, making really cool sounds. Left tracks, apples got taken. The Sasquatch were there that night, 100%. Actually, at one point I stand up and I go, there's four of them, right? I get pretty excited because the Sasquatch are coming around. But watch that episode. Watch that few minutes. Look at what Les Stroud does. He goes, I've heard this before. This has happened to me before. This isn't the first time. And then he stops and he cuts it. He looks at me and goes, Todd, all these years, all this time, it was Bigfoot out there. And I went, yep, it was. Welcome to the new reality of acceptance. This species is absolutely exists. Just try to turn it, guys, and understand, like, you can't. I admire them, these outdoorsmen that refuse to acknowledge their existence, and that they're stubborn, and when they hear weird sounds that they can't explain, they just blow it off and ignore it. But that's not responsible. You hear a sound in the wilderness and you don't know what it is, you should learn what it is. You better figure that out. Especially fish and wildlife. They're supposed to be stewards of all wildlife out there. What the hell are they doing? There should be no tree break, no track, no sound that they don't understand and know. But when you talk about fish and wildlife, I mean, Russell and these people he's talking about, woodsmen, outdoorsmen, man, they have a knowledge and understanding of real boots on the ground understanding of wildlife that most fish and wildlife, gosh, I talk to 99% of these guys, and it's embarrassing how little they know, how pathetic their knowledge is. Like, they say the dumbest things that don't make any sense. I see that changing now, though. So, and that makes me happy. I see a lot of good knowledge coming in. I see a lot of changes coming on. So that does make me happy. Not trying to be disrespectful, but anyways, that's my show for today, guys. Oh my God. So got almost to the bottom. Must have been Renee's dad from the BFRO. No Royal, I've never spoken with him. Knew it. And the very last, so I got right to the bottom. Make aware of that, guys. And the very last question today was Royal Creations saying, yeah, Andy, I have some answers for him regarding his experiences. More on this later. Good. Wow. And so I'm right to the bottom, guys. Right to the bottom. Oh, let's do one more. Because someone said fish and wildlife are just those who couldn't make it as a cop. They don't know much. So that's Russell's opinion on fish and wildlife. So thank you very much for tuning into the show today, guys. I had so much fun. I love doing this show. I'm dedicated to doing this show. We got the podcast on Saturdays. We got Sasquatch Sunday, and there's going to be more. Oh, I want more. I want more from my YouTube channel. I want to grow over this winter and talk to lots of people about their discoveries, help lots of people, mentor lots of people, learn lots of new lessons. It's incredible time. 2023, guys. It's really, 2022 has been an amazing year. I've been very humbled by my research and what the Sasquatch did with me this year. Honored and humbled, and time to start thinking about next year and really having this discovery process move up to the next level. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm very grateful, and y'all take care of yourselves, please. Until next time, bye for now.